Today's hard SAT math problem is on speed. Hi, my name is Dr. Jide from Advantage Tutoring. So we have this word problem on speed. It looks quite long, but we'll break it down. All right. So just watch carefully. All right. So Scott drove a distance of 200 miles in 5 hours. So what I'll do is each sentence I will convert it to a mathematical expression, all right, to make things easier. So let's start from the first one. Scott drove a distance of 200 miles in 5 hours. So the distance for Scott, D, let's call it D for Scott, is what? 200 miles. All right. Then in 5 hours, T for Scott is 5 hours. Okay. Then, and Jean drove the same distance in 20% less time. So D for Jean is also 200 miles. Then time for Jean, T Jean, is what? 20% less time. So 20% of this. All right. So this becomes 1 hour. Okay. Then if Mike, there's another person in the picture. If Mike biked at half the speed at which Jean drove, remember, 200 miles. All right. And in an hour, what is the speed here? So let's do speed of Scott, big S, speed of Scott. Okay. Speed is distance divided by time. So that's 200 divided by 5, which is 40 miles per hour. All right. Then for Jean, the speed for Jean is 200 divided by 1, which is 200 miles per hour. So if Mike biked at half the speed at which Jean drove, so what is the speed for Mike? Is equal to half of the speed of Jean, which is 200, which is what? 100 miles per hour. All right. So how much longer in minutes did it take Michael to drive 160 miles, travel 160 miles compared to Scott? So this is the speed of Michael, right? So if he drove 100 miles in an hour, in how many hours will he drive 160 miles? So that will be 160 divided by 100, which is what? That is 8/5 hours. So let's convert this to minutes. 8/5 times 60, which is 96 minutes. So this is the time it will take Michael to drive 160 miles. All right. How many minutes or hours will it take Scott to drive 160 miles? What is the speed for Scott? The speed for Scott is 40 miles per hour, right? So if he drives 40 miles in an hour, 160 miles, he will drive it in 160 divided by 40, which is what? 4 hours. 4 hours is what? 4 times 60, which is 240 minutes. So what do we do next? It says how much longer? So this minus this, 240 minus 96, which is 144 minutes. And that's the answer to the question. So the key to solving word problems is to convert each statement in the word problem to a mathematical expression, and it makes things easier. All right. If you found value from this video, please, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. All right. Share with your friends. We'll be taking the December SAT or SAT in the new year 2023. All right. Watch my previous videos on hard SAT math problems to give you more practice on solving hard questions in the SAT, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.